Today I want to start off by reading you a tweet that resonated with me, and I think it might resonate with a lot of you in what you're doing. And it simply went like this: 90% of podcasters quit before episode 3. Of the remaining 10%, 90% quit before episode 20. Why? Because they make content for other people, so when other people don't see what they see, it makes them want to quit. The solution: create for yourself, have an audience of one. Never has a tweet hit me so hard as that, because so many of us are out there, including myself. We go, who would you like on the podcast? Who would you like us to make content for? Who would you like us to do external thing, insert XYZ? So many of us are doing that, and the solution is that you should only be creating things that you resonate with, which is why I think I'm feeling so fulfilled when it comes to this Raw channel, because I'm doing it because I'm putting out content every day or every other day that resonates with me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it to serve you, but only if it serves me first, in terms of like, is the content I'm putting out authentically me? If it is, cool, put it out. It'll definitely add value to others because others will resonate with it. And if not, don't put it out. So the message for today, and this will probably be a short one, but it's going to hit you right between the eyeballs, is like, are you creating it and are you doing it for yourself? Does it light you up? And if it does, make sure you do more of that, because it's going to push you along and it's going to light up your internal why a lot more. So when it comes to the podcast, one thing that I'm focusing on is making sure that all the guests that I speak to from this moment forth, this coming weeks, are people that I really truly resonate with. It's not because someone in the audience said, hey Frankie, get this person on the podcast. I couldn't give a shit about that anymore, because if you pursue that metric, if you pursue views, if you pursue recording podcasts for that reason, you're going to end up where I ended up, being like, holy fuck, I've given a lot of other people value, I've given a lot of other people a lot of parts of me, but it didn't light me up, you know? So there's a lot of podcasts that I've recorded that have generally lit me up from the inside out. I can honestly say that. A lot of the podcast has been like that. And it's not so much when I record it, but when you start thinking about views, when you start thinking about this, thumbnails and everything else, you're losing a part of yourself. You kind of have to play that game to some respect, but you have to get back to doing what you love, what lights you up, you know? So it was funny today, when I was in the gym, I was sat there pondering that exact tweet that I read you at the start of this thingy, and I was pondering it, and I was stood there waiting for the bar for legs, because I'd done the other part of my legs. And then there was a guy, and he said to me, hey mate, are you waiting for me? And I said, no, I'm waiting for the bars. And I got talking, and his name's Rob Mack. He's been on like the Today Show and lots of other shows, top psychologist, and he actually dropped a statement on me similar to the one that was resonating with me from that tweet. And he's like, it's an internal game where you've got to do it because you want to do it, you know what I mean? It's got to be an internal why. And he just put it all together for me, and I'm sure I'll speak to Rob maybe even on a podcast or something like that. But you've just got to, what I'm saying guys, is get your internal whys right, and everything else falls downstream from that. Because it doesn't matter whether you're in the info marketing space, the e-commerce space, whether you're a football player, whether you're a boxer, you're going to go into a dip at some point, and the dip's usually caused because you've got disconnected with the internal why. That's why the dip happens in the first place, and so many people don't recognize it and realize it. I'm just so glad that I had a conversation with Lino, my friend in Australia, the other day, and put together a clear understanding at 36 years old that I had never had, or never fully connected and embodied my internal why. And I'm making sure that from this moment forward that I get dialed in on what that is and how to embody it, so that I can move forward, and everything that I do from this moment forward fully fulfills me, you know? I get there's going to be dips, I get there's going to be times when it doesn't fully resonate, I get that, but yeah, for like literally the last 10-15 episodes, outside of the actual podcast itself, I've wanted to quit it because I've hated every part of it, because I felt it's for everyone else but it's not for me. So I'm going to try and bringing it back to what really lights me up, and then hopefully from there, guys, we can go on another run. And that's the internal compass I'm talking about. And the only reason I'm telling you about that and documenting it truthfully on this channel is because I don't want you to do and follow the path that I followed. You know, I don't want you to fall off or go into the dip and then quit or something too early. So we'll ride it out. We'll ride it out for 4 to maybe 8 more episodes, and we'll see if we can reignite the passion, reignite the fire within. I had a lot of fire. I've done this for 5 years. It'd be a shame to give up. It'd be a shame just to quit just before the breakthrough. So I'm making sure it's realigned, and I want you to make sure that everything in your life is aligned and realigned so that you're in alignment with your internal why, and then you'll never fall off, because it'll always light you up. So I hope that adds value. I hope you realize what I'm saying and what I'm putting down here. The internal why must be strong, otherwise you will fall off. You will hit a wall, whether that's in ecom, whether that's in business, whether that's in life, whether that's doing something else. You will hit that wall. So make sure the internal why is as strong as it ever been. Get that dialed in. Get it dialed in, get it refined. Understand why you get up every day, why it lights you up. Understand that. Make it for one of one. Make it for you first. Once it's for you, it can be for everybody else, and people will find you. And that's kind of what I'm learning on my journey and my path. And I just think that if we all did that, the world would be a lot simpler. We'd all enjoy it a lot more, and it'd be a lot cleaner. So there you go. Hope that adds some value to your life today, and I hope that hits you right between the ears, right between the eyeballs, and resonates, because I'm telling you now, remember, if it's not for you, who's it for? That's it. Much love.